Y'all hit that like button on the way in. I see you, James. Hit that like button on the way in. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification button. What's going on? I see you. Art, I see you. Had a tree job. I see you. What's up, Salathiel? Malik's Auto Detailing, I see you. What's up, David Cologne? Neptune, I see you. Oh, that's dope. 5 details. That's dope. Appreciate it. I see you, Sporty. Yeah, I had to put a little work in, man. Get a video done in, cause I don't know what this week gonna be like. Appreciate it, Patrick. Yeah. I had some work today. I did 2 trucks today. I did an SUV and a pickup truck today. Every day, yeah. Like, I'm to the point now, man, like, say maybe a few weeks back, maybe a month ago, I was getting a little tired, getting a little, what we call it, burnt out. But I just got my second win. Okay. Ceramic coat. Okay. Damn. Did you make a video about it, Sporty? I got to see that. Yeah. Jay, I see you. Window cleaning. Yeah, I'm actually going to get into window cleaning myself. That's something good to get into. Snapchat, man. Okay, man. When I get off here tonight, man, I'm gonna do my little Snapchat, man. I'm gonna have to go ahead and I don't even have an account, but I'm gonna do one tonight. It takes 45 seconds. Okay. I see you, big dog. Black Magic, I see you. Man, that's why the reason I keep going, I stay positive while hustling is because that's the only way you can actually, that's the only way you're going to actually make it, man. I mean, you got to be positive. You got to think positive. And you got to think positive. That's the only way, man. Just think about it. If you was negative and, you try to find reasons on not to do something, that's what's going to happen. I mean, this is crazy, man. Like a lot of people will call me crazy. I'll get up 6 o'clock in the morning and I'll work till it gets dark. And you know, I done put in 10-hour, 12-hour days. And people, you know, they'll say I'm crazy, but you got to stay positive to work yourself like that. You got to look at the positive end of it. I always look at my end goal. Like, you know, I got my goal for today, and then I have my goal 5 years from now, then I have a goal for 10 years from now. So it just keeps me motivated knowing that I'm making progress. That progress keeps me motivated. So I try not to, you know, I try to stay positive. That's the only way. You gotta look at the positive side of what you're doing. What's going on, Vision Service Care? I don't raise my prices that often. I try to, you know, like I just got some new equipment, so my prices are gonna go up. You know, stuff like that. You know. And, you know, if you know, sometimes you're trying to get into the market or you're trying to get into a certain area. You may charge a cheaper price so it'll entice a person to want to deal with you. It'll entice a person to want to, you know, to want to do your services. And then once you get established, you can raise your price. That dang light get on my nerves. But, yeah, you can... you know, because most of us, when you starting out, you're going to probably lowball yourself when you first starting out just to, you know, just to get in, just to get some work. I mean, you bought you some equipment, you got stuff all set up, and you don't have a client, and you haven't had a customer yet, and you're trying your best to get somebody, so you may lower your price. I remember my first car wash was probably $20, man, $20, man, like a basic wash, $20, and it took me a long time to do it. It took me like 2 hours because I was trying to do the best job I could, and you know. But as soon as I got comfortable, I got established. I knew what I was doing. I knew what to expect. I knew how to, you know, handle the job. I went up on my prices. You know, my first group wash, I was washing the cars for $20, and I think I was doing trucks for $35 or something like that. Then I went in like maybe 6 or 7 months there. I went up on my prices because everybody kept telling me, man, you do such a good job. And one lady even told me I do a better job than the previous guy. So I went up on my prices, and you know what it does is when you go up on your prices, what it does is people that are cheap and trying to get over, as soon as you yell your price, they'll say, okay. If you notice, if someone says how much you charge and you give them your price, they say, oh, okay. They don't ask you for a card. They don't ask you. That's a cheap person. You just scared them off, and that's good. You want good paying customers, you know. So you can start off low, but eventually raise your prices. I got my steamer from Amazon. McCulloch. It's a McCulloch steamer from Amazon. I see you, Parja. I see you, big dog. Appreciate you could join us today. I can't be mobile. I'm trying to do detailing from my house. I already have one customer for lawn care, but I'm working out my car for my more Ford Focus and truck. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That shows that you're willing to put in the work, man. And when you get you know, that's nothing wrong with folding up your lawnmower in your car and working out of your car, man. I see a lot of people do it, and It's nothing wrong with that. You know, as time goes on, as you get, you get bigger, you eventually get your truck or a van or whatever you're trying to get, and 5, 6 years on down the line, or maybe even less than that, you'll be telling people you started with a Ford Focus. There's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with that. That's good, man. You gotta. That's a client. She wants you to come wash her car once a month. That's a client. You on your way. That's all it takes. Start out with one, and there you go. I see you, George Clark. Appreciate it, man. Hey, yeah, they don't care. They don't care. Neptune Mobile Detailing, yep, they don't care, and they're gonna have to pay my, they're gonna have to pay my price. Actually, Saturday, I was in the gas station next door to some cars I was about to wash, and I was putting some gas in my gas cans, and a guy pulled up on me. How much you charge? Told him 35. Oh, okay. I'm like, okay. They want a basic wash, but they're looking for you to say $15, $10. That's what they looking for, and then complain. And then when you wash the vehicle, you do a $10 job. They complain. They want to pay you $10, but they want you to do a $50 job, and it ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry, it ain't gonna happen, Captain. No, Salathiel, I don't want to get a van for detailing the trailer for lawn care. I want to get an enclosed trailer and put everything in there. Put my water tank, my pressure washer, air compressor, generator, and have my lawnmowers in there as well. So that way, if I have an appointment for a car wash, let's say if I have an appointment for a car wash at 12, because actually I lose a little money doing it, having to do that. The issue that I have is that I have to switch out equipment. So let's say in the morning, if I'm cutting yards and I schedule a car wash, let's say maybe 1 p.m., that means I got to give myself enough time to finish that yard, go back, drop my trailer off, hook up put my water tank on and everything, and then head over to wash that car. And I'm losing about 20 to 30 minutes travel time, and I'm losing another 20 to 30 minutes loading and stuff. So if I have everything with me, I can just go from job to job to job when I don't have to ever switch out anymore. You don't need a license to wash cars, but you need a permit or a license to do business. You don't actually need a permit to wash cars, but you need a permit for the business to wash cars. Okay, so what I need to get, Sporties? With the 4,000 watt do, or do I need to go up? What's up? I see you, Rainer. I see you, big dog, from the Dominican Republic. I see you. Yeah. Yeah, I was realizing that today I had to wait for my stuff. I had to do everything kind of separate today. I had to wait for my steamer to warm up. So when my steamer warmed up, I decided to do the tires while that was going on. Okay. 4,000 will do, but I had to level up and get a 6,000 because I got a coworker. Okay. That's all in time. I see you, big dog. What up, Randy? Hey, you guys coming in, man. Y'all hit that like button for me. Hit that like button. All the new people that are not subscribers, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know when I post new videos and when I go live. So y'all won't miss out on the action. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button for me. Jeremy's Fine Lines. I see you, big dog. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, that Gravely is very similar to that X-Mark. Yeah, man, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait now. I don't want to wait now, man. How many outlets does the 4,000 watt generator have on it? Appreciate it, Rainer. I see you. God, you got the 8,000. God. Appreciate it, Booker's Professional. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all go hit that like button. I got 16 people watching. I only got 11 likes, man. I want my likes to meet my watchers. There you go. There you go, Eric Nunez. Yeah, you're right. Still cheaper than the 700 watt 50. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go hit up Harbor Freight this week. I'm gonna go pick up that generator. Okay, automatic start with a battery. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, Rainer, that's not a brush. It's actually kind of like a a hand mitt, a wash mitt on a stick. I bought it from Walmart. It's not expensive at all, and actually it just saves your hands, it saves your arms. You can cover more area. Stand in one spot. You can buy it from Walmart in the car wash aisle. Y'all hit that like button. I got 17 watching, 15 likes. Exactly. Appreciate it, Randy Lenny. I see you. I got a triple toe coming off of. Hey, hey, I hear you, Sporty. I'm gonna get the 4,000. I'm gonna start out. I'm gonna get the 4,000. I'm gonna get the 4,000 probably tomorrow if I have time. Run over to Harbor Freight and go pick it up. Yeah, I got to go ahead and make that happen, man, because I saw what was going on. And then, another thing that I'm starting to realize, uh, the setting up and putting everything away. I mean, that's like 20 minutes, almost, that can be 20 minutes, 30 minutes just unloading and putting everything back. Uh, it's just amazing how like hose reels, man. And it's just like a lot of stuff really just take a lot of time, man. Hose reels it'll make everything so much easier. You just pull it and retract it back and it's put away instead of having to, I mean, it's and you don't notice this until you start doing a lot of cars or you got a lot of appointments. That's when you start to realize, like, you know what? I'm sick of this. But I gotta wait to get my enclosed trailer to get the hose reel. Vision Care Lawn Service. I got the attachment. You can buy a drill from anywhere. You can buy a drill from Harbor Freight, Home Depot, Lowe's, or whatever. The attachment, I got it from drillbrush.com, or you can go to Amazon. Just go to Amazon, type in drill brush, and you will see it. Yes. Yes. Nick, what's that? Is I saying that right? Nick, yes, I have. I've been stung. I get stung every year. I remember one day I got stung like twice in one day in two different locations. In lawn care, it's not if you get stung, it's when you get stung. You're gonna get stung. It's gonna happen. Keep you some keep you some wasp and hornet killer with you. Also, some for bees, that over the counter wasp and hornet killer would not kill bees. The only thing that I've noticed that I see that kill bees is this stuff called it's rainbow. It's called rainbow ant wasp and hornet killer. It kills bees right on contact. I came across this stuff. I had two clients. Both of them work for Comcast. And, when the Comcast guys go out there and put cable in and go up people's houses and stuff, they come across a lot of bees and stuff like that. And those guys would just always give me cases of it because they knew I was in lawn care. And this was like 3 years ago, and I had so many cases that I just used my last bottle to last week sometime. But you can order it. Just Google Rainbow. It's a company. I forgot the name of it. But the last time I looked, they was on back order. But it's called Rainbow. It's in a green and white bottle. So Rainbow, Rainbow, ant and wasp hornet killer or something like that. But you get that stuff, buddy. No, I've never thought about servicing pools. I'm not interested in that. Yeah, make sure you keep that stuff on you, man. Cause make sure you keep that stuff on you. I used to keep a couple of them in my truck, and if I see one, if I just by chance see one, or if I get stung, right after I run like a girl and lick my wounds and everything, I go back and I find the nest and I spray it or whatever. And hornet nests are the hardest ones to kill because the way their nests are made, it's even if you spray something on the nest, you have to actually get in the hole, and it's hard to get close to a hornet's nest because it's like they're always flying in and out the nest. So it's kind of, if you walk up on the nest and get too close, you're gonna get stung. So the hornets are the worst. I can deal with bees. I can deal with wasps. Like I get stung by bees and wasps all the time, and it hurts, but it doesn't really affect me that much. But a hornet sting is painful, and it lasts, and you have a big bump for days on your, wherever it stung you at. So, just be careful. If you're allergic to it, ask your mom, because you may be, you may not know if you're allergic to it. Your parents may know if you're allergic to it. But if you are allergic to it, get you one of those EpiPens. Get one of those EpiPens, and so if you ever get stung, you can inject yourself, and you won't swell up and die. Oh, Ashton's doing good. School has started, so he's an honor student this year, so he's trying to stay focused on his book and make good grades so he can stay in honor status. But you'll start seeing some videos soon. We'll do something on the weekend together. But Ashton, like I tell you guys, that little boy got his own life. He likes to do his own thing. So, I don't try to push this on him too much. I let him, I kind of let him do his thing, and every now and again I'll pull him in and let him do a little work with me. Yeah. Booker's professional services. Having trouble cutting down my time and doing a standard detail. Just started in July. Any ideas? Uh, it can be a many of things, man. Sometimes you just started, so it's gonna just take you time to get used to it. It's just like when you was a. It was just like when you was a kid and you first started riding a bike. When you first started riding the bike, you pedaled pretty slow. You was kind of wobbly. You had training wheels on. Then they took the training wheels off. Then you mastered it with the training wheels on. They took the training wheels off. You was kind of a little wobbly again, till you got used to that. Then once you got used to that, you start pedaling faster. So sometimes it's just an experience thing. Then it can be your system. You got to have a system. And everybody's system, can be different. My system is I like to start on the inside. I start on the inside first. I start by vacuuming, wiping things down, getting the inside clean. Then I go to the tires. Then I do the exterior of the vehicle. If it's super hot outside and the sun is beaming, I wash it section by section. I wash the left side, the right side, the top, the bottom, stuff like that. And depending on where the sun is shining on, it's what I'm going to wash first or last. So you just got to come up with a system that works for you. And, you should get faster. I had the same problem when I was starting out. It took me a long time too. No, it's not difficult to get a license. You go to the courthouse. You go to your courthouse in your county, and it's called a privilege license. and it shouldn't be expensive. I think most places is under $100. No, I've never tried to steam the entire car. The steamer that I had won't produce enough steam to do an entire car, and I've seen that. I've seen that on YouTube. People steam clean the whole car, but no, I've never tried it. How long does it take me to do a standard detail? Anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. And it just depends on how dirty the vehicle is. Y'all know that. If the vehicle is extremely dirty, it could take you 2 hours. It just depends. Or more. I've seen people take, 3, 4 hours. It just depends. What's going on, Brandon Roberts? I see you. Yes, if this is extremely dirty vehicle, yes, I up my prices because if you got a standard fee that you charge and you doing that vehicle for that fee, and then you could have had in the time that you're doing that one vehicle, you could have done maybe two vehicles. You're gonna be losing money. So yes, I do raise my prices if it's an extremely dirty vehicle. Put that on your flyers, on your business cards, and let them know and expect the car they ask you how much you'll charge me for this car. I always like stick my head in there and I open the doors and look in their car. And I'll say, yeah, for this car right here, I'll tell them because, they'll let you give them that price and you set up an appointment. When you open them doors, they'll have chicken bones and ketchup packages and French fries and dirt and everything in that car, man. And when I first started, I've, I vacuumed cars for like an hour and a half on the and spent it on the inside. You know, that's crazy. It's dried up on you. Yeah. So what you do, Booker, is the side that the sun is shining on, wash that side last, but dry it first. So that's what I do. I might wash the back of the car, the top of the car, the side that the sun is not shining on. I wash that part, rinse everything, but I wash them in sections and rinse it off as you go. And when you go to the side that the sun is on, which I call the sunny side, you just you wash that side and then you immediately spray it off. And after you spray it off, that's the side you're gonna start drying first. And I start with the windows immediately, and then I work my way down. Yes, they do. Yes, those drill brushes and all that. That's all you need. You know, don't get the mighty light. Hey, spoilers, though. What's up with the mighty light, man? What is it? Did you get? You had the mighty light too? Which is better, LLC or corp? I like the LLC. LLC, to my understanding, the LLC, what is it? Limited liability company. What it is that one of the good things I know about LLCs is if you ever get sued, that the person suing can't sue you for everything. They can only sue you. They can only sue you for they can only sue you for your assets of the company. They can't sue you. They can't sue you for for your personal things. Like if you was a sole proprietor, if you ever get sued, they can sue you for everything. They can sue you for your house, your cars, and everything. But if you're a limited liability company or corporation, they can only sue you for your business assets. That's one of the good things about it. Crayro, I see you. Those cars, I see you. Yeah, man. I mean, you just add up. I mean, just think about how long does it take you? How long will it take you to do it? I mean, I'll probably do it for like a standard detail on a smart car. I'll say $40, $45. Yeah, get your money. What's going on, Mad? I see you. My day was pretty good. I did two details today. I mean, I did two washes today. Yeah, it may take 45 minutes, but get your money. Get your money, man. Like if you're doing a standard detail, you're putting down leather conditioner and putting down the spray wax and all that type of stuff. You charge them. Get your money. Get your money, man. Yeah, it's more Umed is for size. The bigger the vehicle, the longer it's going to take you. So your prices go up. So you know, like for example, we're gonna say a basic wash. Basic wash for a sedan for a car, I'm gonna say 35, and a basic wash for a mid-sized truck or SUV, 45. And then your large SUVs like a Tahoe Expedition. You can go 50, 55, and then your Suburbans and Excursions, big vehicles like that, it can be 65 and up. And then you get your details. Standard detail for a car, you can say 50. I mean, you can make your prices. Just make sure that you're getting paid. You don't want to undercut yourself. Make sure you got enough when you factor in this. And also when you thinking of prices, you also got to factor in what you got to pay. I mean, you got personal bills, you got to buy clothes, you got to buy food, you got to buy more equipment, you got to buy more supplies and chemicals and stuff like that. You got to put gas in your vehicles, you got to maintenance your vehicles. So you got to factor it all in when you pricing. So you got to think about how much money will I need to do all of this. and that's you go from there. So everybody prices sometimes are not the same. Everybody operating costs are different, but also most people when it starts getting competitive and other people are lowering their prices or whatever they got, that's why you got to start doing things that set you apart from the rest. A lot of people, some people do a little bit of everything. Some people specialize in one thing. You want to set yourself apart from the rest. You just don't, you don't want to be like everybody else, because if you're like everybody else and you're trying to charge somebody a premium price, they'll say, well, why I got to pay you this? I know a guy over there that's doing the same thing. So you want to, do things that set you apart from the rest. Yes. It's different ways you can do this. Stay away from tire shines that sling. Stay away from tire shines that that sling. I know of two. Black Magic. It is funny that your name is Black Magic, but Black Magic tire shine is some good tire shine, but it slings. I don't use it. Uh, and a lot of people may look at me crazy for this, but Turtle Wax tire shine, it doesn't sling. And Emerald, the Emerald Extreme, it doesn't sling. And the thing about it is, when you're washing the vehicle, once you're done drying the vehicle off, and especially if the vehicle is sitting in the sun, go ahead and put your tire wet on as soon as possible. And what I do is, after I wash the tires and wash the car, the tires are drying as I'm washing the car. As soon as I'm done washing the car, I go ahead and spray my tire wet on. Then I start wiping the car, drying the car. And then, cleaning the rims and everything, getting the excess tire shine and stuff off the wheels, and I wipe all that off. And you letting it soak in, so it's less chance of it to sling, But if you put that tire shine on and the customer's like, I gotta go, just tell them to hold up for a second, get you a rag and kind of wipe it in, lightly. Don't wipe too hard. You're gonna be wiping it off. Kind of just wipe it in so it won't, so it won't sling. Group washes at business is just a basic wash. For cars, I went up. So cars are $30. Trucks and SUVs are $40. So that's how I do that. Right. What type of tire shine did you use, Patrick? Oh, okay. Well, when did you how did you do it? Was did she drive the car immediately after you put the tire shine on? What's going on, Andrew? I see you. Fernando's, I see you. Uh, I keep a folder in my truck, and I write down every job that I do for the day. And at the end of the week, I come to my computer. I have Microsoft Excel, And my wife, she set up a she did she did a spreadsheet for me. So all I do is I just put everything in. It adds everything up. It lets me know how much I'm making a week, how much I'm making a month, and how much I made for the entire year. And and scheduling, I just I use my cell phone. I have the Google Calendar on my cell phone, and when someone calls me and schedules an appointment, I just type it in my phone, and it's there. So when I wake up in the morning, I check my phone. I got all my appointments. If I lose my phone and get another phone, all I have to do is sync my stuff back to Google, and it's back. Just like that. Y'all know how that works. Yes, I wash cars in the winter. Like 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes is long for it to dry, but you can tell if it's gonna sling. Like if you put it on and it's dripping down and it's like looking super, super wet and it's still, kind of leaking a little bit, just take a rag and wipe it, kind of wipe that excess off, but don't wipe it hard. Kind of just gently wipe it to take some of that excess off so it won't sling. Hey, now I see you, BMW girl. What's going on? Y'all hit that like button on the way in. Right. Yeah, that's true, David. That's true. It took about, well, it started growing immediately. It started growing immediately. Like, you probably mean when did it start doing well? But it started growing day one, you know. But you go from one customer to five customers is growth, but it may not be the growth you're looking for. You want a whole lot more. But it started growing from day one. Being visible, being seen. That's the biggest thing. Uh, what you got to do is you got to target places. Uh, you got to target places. You got to go in, let's say, like I say this all the time, banks, hair salons, beauty salons, nail salons, barbershops, office buildings, clinics. Go there, go inside, introduce yourself, you know, pass out flyers, put flyers on put flyers, on mailboxes. I'm gonna tell you the best way, and one of the ways that works. If you have a friend, preferably a female, if you have a friend or you know someone that works at a bank, it can be your mom. Go to your mom's job. Tell your mom, let me wash your car at your job. Your girlfriend's job, your sister's job. Go there. If she parks in a parking lot full of cars, go there, pull her car out there and wash her car. And what's going to happen is somebody's going to say, girl, who's out there washing your car? Oh, yeah, that's my brother. He that's what he does in business. I had him to come out here and clean mine up, you know, and passerbyers, other employees going coming to and from, going to lunch. They'll see you. They'll stop how much you charge, and make sure you're doing a real good job on that car, man. I'm talking about take your time, wipe on it all day. Take your time. Make sure it's nice and shiny, and that has never been one day that I've washed a car in a public area. I mean, I can be in a neighborhood like today. I had a pickup truck and a Tahoe. I finally did that Tahoe I was telling y'all about today. But I was doing that Tahoe, and people were stopping, asking me how much. And the sun was beaming on that car on that truck just right. And people were just stopping. Hey, how much do you charge? I'm passing out cards and everything. So being visible is the biggest thing. No, I didn't have any other source of income. I just had savings. I worked at the police department. I saved my money and I just left. And I lived off of savings and the little bit I was making from my business. Yeah, that black Suburban. Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, that Suburban. I did a Suburban Saturday in the Tahoe uh, today. No, I don't. I don't. I miss. I don't miss the department. I miss the the other officers that I used to work with. The ones those that I call my friends. I miss them. I miss kicking in doors and I miss kicking in doors and chasing down dope boys and stuff like that. But uh, I was risking my life for pennies, and I was just thinking about my son, like what I'm gonna leave him, So I did it for 10 years. I put my work in. I put my time in. It was fun, but it was time to move on. What's my plans for the winter? I see you, Adam. My plans for the winter, same thing I'm doing now. I'll be doing leaf cleanup, leaf jobs, gutter cleaning, bush trimming, most jobs. I'll be washing cars. I'll be doing the same thing. It may not be as many, but it's still gonna go on. That's why I got different services. I got a diversified service, diversified services. So I have different I have services that'll keep me going year round, pretty much. Yes, I've been shot at. Yep. Yep, I've been shot at. No, I don't try to get contracts for washing police cars. Nope. They just call me when they ready. I don't have any contracts with my customers. They just call me when they ready. All right, guys. Now that I got y'all guys on here, I wanted to talk about hustling with a purpose. A lot of people I see, they always saying stuff like, I'm hustling, I'm grinding, I'm out here grinding, I'm out here hustling and blah blah blah. It sounds good, it sounds tough and all that type of stuff, but if you ask them what they hustling for, they couldn't tell you. I'm hustling for this money. Okay, what are you gonna do with the money? You see what I'm saying? Hustling is a means to an end. That's what it is. Like, let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say you just start your mobile detailing business. All you have is just basic equipment, a pressure washer, a generator, a vacuum cleaner. You don't have all the stuff that makes it easy. So you're out there, you out there doing whatever you got to do to make that dollar. So like if you got to use elbow grease, if you got to use Q-tips to get into certain areas, a toothbrush and everything, that's hustling. That's hustling. Doing 10 cars a day, doing 10 cars for $20 each. That's hustling because you're just trying to get to the next level. You're trying to get to the next level so you can eventually meet your goal. You have a goal, so when you're hustling, you got to have a goal. You don't just be hustling aimlessly out there, just hustling, making money, but you don't have a goal. If it's like, okay, I need to buy a house. I got a baby on the way. I have a child on the way. I need to buy a house. I have a child in the way. I need more room. I have a child in the way. I need a bigger car. So you're hustling to do that. That's your purpose at the moment. Hustling is not something that you're supposed to be doing all the time. It's because it's not ideal. You hustle to meet a goal and then you on to the next thing. You see what I'm saying? If it's just like, the video before, the live chat before this when I said every man has to have a purpose. You hustle for that purpose. That's what it's for. Hustling is just not, I hear a lot of people say it and they using it wrong. They using it wrong. Oh, I'm hustling. Okay, what you hustling for? You see what I'm saying? Like, just like drug dealers. They hustle, they out there grinding, they on the block selling birds and selling keys and nickels and dimes and all that, risking their life, risking their freedom. And when they get arrested, they get arrested with all their money. They don't have no money for no lawyer. They don't have no money, so they end up getting a public defender, then they go to jail. They go to jail. They didn't have a purpose. They were just hustling, just to be hustling to make money, and not doing anything with that money. If like when I get I get a little money from this YouTube. When I get my little small YouTube checks, I put it towards my retirement. I put it towards my mutual funds. I'm not doing this just to be doing it. It's a reason for everything. Everything that you do, you should know why you're doing it. That's all it is. You shouldn't just be doing something just because somebody else is doing it. And we can make stuff look easy. Don't get it twisted. Some of this stuff is not easy. And I know y'all be watching sporty videos and y'all watch my videos and y'all watch G-Works and y'all watch Eric Jones and y'all watch all these other people's videos and they can make this stuff look so easy. But I'm going to tell you, a lot of us have put time into this. We got years in doing this. So we make it look easy because it's not easy. It's just like Michael Jordan. When y'all watch Michael Jordan, or we can say LeBron James or Kobe, whoever y'all like, they make that stuff look so easy, but best believe they put in a lot of work to get to that point. Right, right. Right. And so you said to pay off debt, hustle to pay off debt, pay off house, go to the grocery store without stressing out. Yeah. It's, you're hustling so you can have a better life, so you can have a stress-free life. And you hustle for that. So you may grind out and I'm talking about work like a slave. And I'm talking about work 10-hour days every single day, Monday through Sunday, every day for like 3 years. And pay off all that stuff, and then after that, now you just got a little less stress in your life. Now your house is paid off, so that $1,500 mortgage, that $2,000 mortgage you're paying or whatever it is, you're not paying it no more. Do you know if you don't have to pay, if you own your house outright, you don't have to pay any mortgage? Do you know how much stress that takes off you? And so if that's your goal, to take off the stress, and you hustling for that, that's a good reason to hustle. That's a good reason to hustle, man. A lot of people, I hear them say, yeah, man, get out there and grind, get out there and hustle. And I'm like, okay, what you hustling for? You know, because you can waste a lot of time. You can make a lot of money and waste a lot of time. I've seen it. I've done it. I've made a lot of money and wasted a lot of time, and I didn't put that money towards the right things. And I'm like, God, mate, you know, when I look back, I be like, man, I made a mistake, you know. And it can easily be done, man. You can pay off stuff. It can easily be done. You just got to resist that temptation of paying that interest payment. You know, when you trying to pay off a house, or you're trying to pay off a car. You know, if your car note, let's say your car note is $500 a month. You know, after you pay your interest payment, then turn back around. You know, send them 2 checks. Send them 1 check for, hey, what's going on, Sean Davis? Send them 1 check for the regular payment. Then go send them $100 in the principal. You do that, you'd be surprised how quickly you pay that. You pay, you know, your thing off. Even with your mortgage, a lot of people get their income tax. They get their income tax and they buy a whole bunch of nothing. And by April, they spent all of it. But if you take $1,000 and put it on your house and send it to them and say, put this on the principal, and you do that every year, you can imagine how much you're knocking off. You're knocking down your principal, which makes your interest lower. I mean, it doesn't make your interest lower. You pay less interest when you're knocking off the principal. It's simple, you know, but, you know, it's hard to do that. Some people just pay what they got to pay and say, I'll just pay what I got to pay and I'll pay this out for 30 years. But you can pay your house off in almost half the time, you know, or you can knock off like 8-9 years off your time if you just send an extra payment, you know, a year. Hey, you guys, hit that like button on the way in. I see you. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification button, man. It'll let you know when I put up new videos. It'll also let you know when I go live. That's what I'm talking about. You're going to love that steamer, Sean Davis. I've been using it all weekend. I love that thing, man. I found I was doing a Suburban today. No, not a Suburban. A Tahoe today, and one of the cup holders in the back had some sticky gum or some candy or something. And man, I couldn't wait. I saw it. I really grabbed my steamer and I hit it with that steamer and it came right out, man. I love that thing. Yeah. What you do is this is how I do everything. Like within the last within the last month and a half, I've bought a Oh yeah, you're a late viewer, BMW girl. I've done 2 videos with that steamer already. You must have hit the notification button. You just told on yourself. You ain't hitting that notification button, BMW girl. If you hit that notification button now, every time I drop a video, it'll let you know I did. I just dropped one tonight before I went live. But Adam Hamilton, what I do is like I was saying, I bought within the last month and a half. I bought my air compressor, I bought steamer, I think yeah, those are the only two things I've purchased in the last month and a half, and I had the money. Save your money up, but there's no need to get the stuff until the demand comes. But if you know the demand is coming, go ahead and purchase it. Because to me, it's better to save the money up and then go ahead and purchase it and not buy it right off the rip and then be trying to, make your money back. Like my enclosed trailer, I'm waiting to, I had the demand for it, I need it, but I got the majority of the money saved up already. But I'm not going to get it this year because it's late in the season. I'm going to wait to the top of next year, then I'll get it. And that way I'll have money coming in I'll be able to, put that money back. So you don't want to, if you don't need it, if you're doing 5 cars a week or whatever the case may be, or, and you can get by without it, just save the money until it comes. So like when, if you get a contract or if somebody say, hey, we want you to come out here every 2 weeks and wash these 8-9 vehicles, then you say, okay, I'm going to need this stuff. Go start buying that stuff then. It'll come with time. You'll know the right moment when you need to go do it. That's what I'm talking about, David. So that you got a purpose. I use it for everything, man. I use it when I use it when I do basic washes. Anything, standard, premium, it don't matter. I'm using it because it makes everything easier. Because you got to think about it. I'm doing 30 to 40 yards a week. And then I'm doing, I'm doing about, with the cars, I'm doing at least 30 cars a month. So now you want to make everything easier when you doing all that, when you got all that clientele, you want to make your job easier. Trust me, because once you start doing a lot of cars, you're going to be doing a lot of this. Your hands and your joints start hurting. So, I got pump sprayers. I got the Tornado that Sporty sent me. I got the steamer. Anything that will make my job easier, I'm about that now. Now that 3-4 years ago, I can get by because I didn't have as much work as I have now. So when you having all that work, you're gonna wanna level up. Like Sporty says, you're gonna want to level up, and you're gonna get tired of the same old all the time. You're gonna get tired of like right now I'm starting to see I'm wasting a lot of time setting up and putting everything up because I got to take my pressure washer off the truck. I got to connect my hose from my water tank to my pressure washer, take my generator down, unravel its stitching cords, plug its stitching cords up, unravel this, unravel that, and then when it's time to shut down, when I'm done with this appointment to go into the next appointment, I'm taking 10 to 15 minutes to put everything back up. So I'm noticing that, and that's something that I didn't even think about earlier on because I didn't have that many customers. So now I'm like, okay, when I get my enclosed trailer, I'm going to have everything situated just right. I'm going to have everything bolted down. I'm going to have hose reels. So when I pull up to my job site, I can start washing that car as soon as I park. As soon as I park, open the door, pull a cord, stuff start running, I'm ready to go. And that's how I want it to be. I want it, and then when it's time for me to go, pull everything back and I'm gone. So because it is taking you 20 minutes, just imagine if you have 5 separate appointments and it's taking you 10 minutes to set up and 10 minutes to put everything up, that's 20 minutes. That's 100 minutes You know, that's 100 minutes is what? An hour and what? 40 minutes? So that's almost 2 hours you wasted. In that time, you could have washed at least one or two more vehicles or cut a yard or whatever, you know. I see you, James Wilson. And see, that's hustling. See, that's hustling. The fact that you got to take down and do this every time, even though you know you're wasting time, but you're doing that to meet a goal, that's hustling. To me, that's hustling. That's hustling. You know, hustling is a necessary means to an end. So you're going to work your butt off so you don't have to do that no more. And it's crazy. You got to do things that you don't want to do so you don't have to do it no more. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like you got some people who dig ditches, who clean shit. But they cleaning shit now, so they'll never have to clean shit again. You get what I'm saying? I mean, a water tank BMW girl. No, I have a 330 gallon water tank now, so that tank will fit nicely in there. I see you, Sean Rule Detailing. Y'all hit that like button on the way in. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification. It'll let you know when I drop new videos. Let you know when I go live. Won't miss out on all the good fun. Yeah. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, James Amerson. I see you. Everything's going good, showroom. Everything's going great, man. I can't complain. Man, I appreciate you guys. I'm looking at my video I just posted. I got like what 38 likes already. Video been up for an hour, man. Y'all showing me a lot of love, man. I appreciate it. I see you, showroom. Ever set up yard signs for free services if it's in a premium location? No, premium locations don't allow you to do stuff like that. You can't just stick signs up. You stick signs up, either, you're gonna get confronted by someone, or when you go back through there, that sign will be taken down. But no, I don't do that. Malik's Auto Detailing. I don't know. I don't know what's the best pressure washer to get. Man, these days, man, it's so many companies making those things, man. A lot of them are the same. A lot of them, I've only had 2 pressure washers, and they're both been Craftsman's, and they've been pretty decent. But I'm actually going to start upgrading more, getting, more gallons per minute on my pressure washer, bigger pressure washers to do bigger jobs. So I'm going to start buying more equipment. My next purchase will be, yeah. How long have you had it?
Hey, now.
I don't know. I don't know, Johnny. I mean, I see your dedication by doing it, out of your '07 Camry and using their water, but you're gonna wanna it. You're gonna wanna have. You're gonna wanna be self-contained. You're gonna wanna be. Uh, just you got a full-time job. The money that you're making on the weekends, save that money up. Purchase you. Try to purchase you. You can get your small truck, Ford Ranger, Chevy S10, something small. And work your way up from there. But in my opinion, I mean, I see nothing wrong with doing it the way you're doing, but you want to be more versatile. You want to be able to go to areas and wash cars anywhere, not just in someone's home, and not just where you have to plug up to something. Because that'll limit your potential. It'll limit the money that you can make. It's just my opinion, but I know guys who they use their customers' water. They only go to houses. They use their customers' water and electricity, and they've been doing pretty good. But that's just my opinion. That's just how I feel about it. Two years. Let me ask you this. When you're using your pressure washer, do you leave it running for long, long, long periods of time without spraying water? Because a lot of people mess up pressure washers like that. Those pressure washers are not designed to just stay running. If that pressure washer is running, it needs to be spraying. And if you letting it run without spraying it, you'll definitely blow seals and pumps and all that. I see you, 1804 Media Group. What's going on? Yeah, I need an employee now. I need one now. So I'm just waiting. I need a good employee. I don't want somebody that pocket watching and knows everything and don't want to work and complain all the time. I want me a good worker that's gonna work as hard as I am. What's going on, Tyler? I see you. Yeah, stop doing that. Uh, when you're like washing the truck or whatever you're washing, turn that thing off until it's time to use it. Don't just leave it running. Leaving it running, you're doing that for 2 years. Yeah, it's gonna go out. Now, if that's what you want to do, you want to keep it running, then make sure you put money to the side and keep a backup and keep buying them. But because that's how I killed my first one. I used to leave it running, and I used to leave it running the whole time I'm washing the car, and because you got to think about it, that pump and that thing is building up pressure, and if it's building up pressure and you're not releasing that pressure is going. They say pressure bust pipes. A pressure eventually is gonna bust through there. It's gonna come out. So whenever you're, with that, anytime you turn that pressure washer on, you got to realize that you got to be spraying the entire time. You can let it run for a little while without spraying it, but not long. Appreciate you, 1804. I see you. All right, I see you. I see you, David. It's better if you go to, well, it's better if they come to you because you're not, no gas. But the the big thing about mobile detailing, because they can go to anybody. They can go to, they can go to a car wash. But the good thing about a mobile detail is that you go to them. You provide them a service because you're going to them, and you're gonna make you're actually making it more convenient for your customer. You know, your customer has the luxury of staying at their job and handling their job and doing what they got to do there while their car is getting washed, where they don't have to wait at a car wash, sitting down waiting on their car to get done. They can be killing two birds with one stone. You can come to their house. They can be, dealing with the kids and cleaning up while you outside washing their car. It's all about the convenience. So I think it's better if you go to them. But, it's better when you go to you because you ain't got to go nowhere. You just sit on your butt and wait for them to come to you. But I don't think you'll get that many customers that way. Unless you was at a garage or a building, you had a storefront. Right. Back in my partner let me use his to finish up my trucks. Yeah. Yeah, you got to stop doing that, man. Yeah, stop letting them run. Buy you two pressure water. If you want to let them run, keep a new one or keep a backup sitting there, and because it's gonna blow eventually. And that means you had a good pressure washer if it lasted 2 years with you running it like that. Because I used to leave mine running on a lot. It lasted 5 years, but I would turn it off every now and again. But now I make it my business. Like, I have it off. I wash the tires. I'll turn it on, rinse off all the tires, turn it off. Wet the car up, turn it off. Wash the car, turn it on, spray the car off, turn it off. You know, and I don't like walking back and forth. So they have I forgot what you call it, but you can get one with a return valve or return thing. What it does is when you're not spraying, the water that's going into the pressure washer goes back into your tank or something, and it's not building pressure or something like that. But I remember someone was telling me about that, so I'm gonna talk to them about that because eventually when I get my stuff set up, I'm gonna want that because I don't want to have to walk back and forth turning my pressure washer on and off. I want to have it to where it's just constant. I could keep it running, and I could keep it running and not worry about a bypass, right? So I'm not quite sure on how it works, but I'm thinking about that's going to be my next upgrade. So when I buy my enclosed trailer, I'm definitely getting me another pressure washer. And then the one that I have now, I'll keep it as a backup. Well, you got to think about this. If you have a electric pressure washer, you're going to have to always have electricity. So that means that you're going to have to plug it into a generator. You got to plug uh your your vacuum cleaner into a into there, your drills or your what you call it, your buffers and all that type of stuff. So you have a lot of plugins. Me, I like gas. Gas always has more power. You don't have to worry about plugging into anything. It'll work anywhere as long as you have gas in it. You know, uh, I don't really believe in electric, stuff like that. Like I would never buy an electric weed eater. I would never buy a electric lawnmower. I gotta have gas. I gotta have that power. You have that on your pressure washer bypass? Oh, okay. That's great. All right, I see you. I see you, James Wilson. Hey, y'all hit that like button on the way in and the way out, man. Subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber. And also hit that notification button to let you know when I put up new videos and to let you know when I go live. All right, James Wilson, we'll holler at you. Okay, I don't know Spanish, but it looks like you say you live La Viva. You live in Chile. I don't know Spanish, but saludos. Chi chi chi. I don't know what that means, but sounds like you're saying something good. Thank you, Felipe. He lives in Chile. He's saying hi. Okay, appreciate it. I see you. Tony Vasquez. All right, appreciate you, man, for translating that for me. Well, I got part of it right. I knew he was saying he lived in Chile. I know Viva.
Off the field, I'm pretty ordinary.
Well, I took Spanish when I was in high school, and when I was in the military, I hung around a lot of Spanish people. So a few words I know what it. I know what a few words mean. I know what a few words mean. So right, guys. I'm gonna call it a night. What is this? About 10 p.m. where I'm at. I'm gonna go ahead and get me some sleep and get up in the morning and try to get some work done. Uh, what's going on, Carlos? I see you. Tomorrow I got some yards to do tomorrow. Uh, I got 5 yards to do tomorrow, and I may try to squeeze in a bush trimming job. So I got six, possibly a five and a possible tomorrow. And Tuesday I'm gonna take off. I gotta handle some stuff. I gotta go and get me some t-shirts made, and I'm gonna try to go and buy me another generator. And then Wednesday I got a group wash. So I got a busy week. Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking about getting a. I've already cleaned a driveway the other. Well, it was last Sunday. I cleaned the driveway, but I did it with just my wand. But yes, I plan on doing driveways, but I haven't bought the surface cleaner yet. But that is my plan. But but that's what I want to talk to you guys today. I want to tell you guys to hustle with a purpose. You know, don't be out there hustling just for the sake of hustling. A lot of people, like I said, they get out there and they say I'm hustling, but they don't have a purpose. They don't know what they're hustling for. They just making money. They're spending it on things that don't matter. That's not going to do anything for them. You got a lot of people out there hustling to buy Jordans, hustling to buy cars, and hustling to buy things that depreciate. Cars is a liability. A car's a liability. That's all it is. I mean, it's used to go from point A to point B, but your whole life shouldn't be to hustle to buy a car. I see people, they spend all their money on cars. And don't get me wrong, I love cars and everything, but if you ain't got yourself together, you shouldn't be wasting money on a liability. When you're trying to build wealth and build income, you don't want to put your money in liability. You want to put your money into assets. You want to put your stuff into houses, property, businesses, investments, stuff like that. You know, so have a purpose. Your purpose is taking care of your family. Your purpose is buying a house. Your purpose is paying your house off. Your purpose is making your family life less stressful. That's your purpose. You hustle for that. I'm out, y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.